right, I've hijacked the podcast here.
But I
So
mean,
you guys said, you guys said next year you might be doing a little bit something different.
So next year, there's a lot of irons in the fire for next year. So I just recently, as in like the last week, registered for the Alberta Golf Tour.
Okay.
I'm not quite sure what that entails because I think further on down the line here, hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll get the CEO of the Alberta Golf Tour on our podcast. She's already agreed, said she would come on, so we're gonna get that, and we'll get the whole what is this? So
Right.
they don't really come because we're down here in the forgotten corner of Alberta, Medicine Hat. So they don't really come south of Calgary, which is like 3 hours away. So I think Chris is going to register as well.
Yep.
So when the schedule comes out in the new year, we're going to pick a couple of dates to go and experience that style of golf. Because again, it's just, for us now, it's experiences.
Tournament golf's fun though.
We're in
competitive golf with something
So-
on the line,
Yeah.
right? Like we've never
been
outside of our buddies,
outside
we've
of
never
our,
done
our
that.
crew, right? And it's like this would be a different experience for us, and something I really want to do. So there's that. We're probably 99% changing golf courses next year. So we're moving from the par 66 to another golf course. Actually,
Golf courses.
closer. Yeah, golf courses. One of them is up really close to us up here in the Crescent Heights area.
They got a nice dual membership, so that's probably where we're headed.
So we're probably going to look at doing that. So then we play a lot more par 72s, and it's one of them is the Medicine Hat Golf and Country Club, and it's a par 72, and that course first year we played really intimidated me. Starts off with a really long par 5 dogleg right, and always right here in my head, right? It's like, oh god,
Right off the hop.
right? Yeah, right off the hop.
right off the hop.
Try starting on like, because we've had so much. 4 of our holes have been bought and redeveloped. We started on a par 3 now, and it's like 185, 190 yards protected by sand through a chute.
That's
and
a
it's
fun way to go.
into the wind. Yeah.
That reminds me of
to the
playing at some
course.
scrambles where you end up on those holes and you're
Yeah.
just like,
Yeah,
why
we
did I have
call
to
it
start on this hole?
A 4 is a Port Hope par, and then you have like a 450 or 60-yard par 4 next. So it's got teeth to start. It's tough.
That's a tough
So I
start.
think two of the first 3 holes at Medicine Hat par 5s.
Yeah, it goes par 5,
Par
par 4,
four,
par
par
5 to start.
Yeah, but you got to start thinking of those as good opportunities, not
Well, yeah, that's what you're hoping.
just because
for,
they're
right?
long doesn't mean that they're not good opportunities. Just make 3 good shots and then try and drain a putt, right?
100%, right? Like, I mean, that's how I made my only eagle this year. It was on Redcliffe actually, and we were playing Redcliffe for our tour date, and par 5, I bombed a drive with the wind at my back. And I think it carried out to like 340 or something. It left me like 160 to the pin, and I'm like, well,
Nice.
that's a perfect 8-iron for me. So I'm just gonna hit this nice, and I stuck it to 6 or 7 feet and just made a really nice putt.
Love it.
And in that round, I shot 4 over on the par 71, which was and that happened within I think 2 or 3 weeks of me shooting my 69s as well. Like those 2 to 3
75 is
weeks
a
were
good
just
score,
insane.
man.
Yeah,
That's a good score.
I was pretty
Really good
excited
score.
about that one too.
Yeah, that's wild. That's a good hole.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, it was something else. Just to be in the cart with them and look at that and go, "Ah, you asshole.
yeah.
There's no way I could do this. Zero.
There's a
chance.
way. There's a way, man. I had a hole out this year from I had a hole out for a 3 from probably 80 yards or something. I think it was inside the 100 sticks, so it's possible, man.
Yeah.
And one of my problems is I'm like the most optimistic golfer in the world. So like it's
I think you've got to be.
I don't get tilted at all. And I truly believe that any shot can go in.
Well,
And it's
100%.
I am so disappointed at times out there, but then the next shot, I just believe that it can go in or that I can hit some type of shot that is just like out of line. It's just never gonna happen. So, but that's me. And then the next shot, I'm thinking the exact same thing. So sometimes when it happens, I'm like, yeah, like that's like when I made the putt with Tyler there the other day. I brought the birdie juice up, and I was like, yeah, like I said on the way in, I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna make this. There's no doubt, absolutely no doubt. And then sometimes you make it, and you're like, yeah, I expected that. I don't know, it just sounds cool. But
Well,
Alvin, you can do it. You can do it,
yeah.
Alvin. You
Well,
can.
I mean, the biggest thing for him is, that 60 to 80 yard shot. He spent a lot more time around the chipping green this year. But I mean,
Yeah.
like, I can only speak to my game, but I spend an hour before we play, minimum. I'll hit like 2 big buckets of balls. I'll go through my bag in a specific order. I'll start with like a gap wedge, and then I'll go like 7 iron, 6 iron, and then I'll work my way into my woods, and then I'll go back down, and I'll go from my highest lofted wedge back to my gap wedge, and I'll hit probably 10 balls with each one, and I'll hit a couple full swing, I'll hit a couple quarter swing, couple half swing, and then I'll work on that 60 to 80 yard shot with every club so I know the feel, and then I go to the putting green for about a half an hour, and that's just my routine. And if I don't get my routine in, I don't play well.
That's that practice right there is more than I did all year. That's
Yeah.
so that's two large buckets, a gap wedge, a 7 iron, a 6 iron, and then all through the bag, however you went, more than I did this year. The only time I hit balls on the drive range all year, which is actually kind of funny, is I was caddying at PGA Tour Canada event. And it was like my guy was just in Zig was in getting a massage. So I was just like, fuck. Oh, sorry. I don't know if I can swear on this one, but
Yeah,
I
buddy.
was like, fuck it. I'm gonna go get my bag. And I just went and hit golf balls, and like no one asked me any questions. I was there in like a bucket hat, a t-shirt, and like gym shorts because I was caddying or whatever. It's 40 degrees outside. They probably just thought I was warming up or something like that. And that was the only time I hit golf balls. And I posted a video of me like absolutely shanking a 2 iron too. So I'm sure that looked pretty interesting to them if anybody had looked up at that point in time. But yeah, just full confidence to walk out. There's all these flags and stuff at TPC, like for the PGA Tour Canada event. And yeah, I just went out there and hit a couple golf balls. It was okay though. Went all right.
Yeah,
That was the
early in the year, I put the
only
work
practice
in.
I had all year. That was it. One time.
I put the work in early in the year, like during our season. I would go down and hit my bucket of balls before we go out, get some work chipping, get some work on the putting green, and my game was okay.
Yep.
But then when our season ended, and I was like starting to show up, like 10 minutes before tee time, so you could really see the fucking game coming off the rails, right?
Yeah.
You put the work
I'll
in.
tell you guys. I'll tell you guys a cool story about showing up late. I was late for tee time. The other 3 guys in the group had already hit, and I grabbed my bag, carried it out, walked up to the tee, still had my shoes undone, hit the pin on one. Yeah, I was just like, I was like, in that same round, I hit the pin on number 10 as well, my approach shot. Both of them rolled out to like 20 feet, 15, 20 feet. So I didn't make a birdie on either one of them, but pretty cool story though. Like I hit the pin on 1 and 10, but like just walking up there, no stretch, nothing. How like what do we got? 178, whatever it is, grab a club. Yeah. It was pretty cool.
That's
Pretty
awesome.
cool. I had another cool experience. So I'll show you guys because I got these this year. So you guys might recognize these from this.
The Haywoods?
Is too bright. Yeah. There. Oh, there we go. We had it. I need that sweet spot.
There we go.
There we go.
Well,
So these are the Haywood MBs. These are beautiful, man. Joshua does great work with these. If you guys are looking for new clubs and stuff, you
I
guys
got some wedges from them last year, actually.
Yeah, go check them out. These are sweet. Joshua's a great guy too. So been on the pod a couple times. Really, really good dude. And yeah, so I had this club specifically here. I was late for a tee time, of course. That's just kind of how I go. And I walked up and I hadn't hit these, and I was like, whatever. I'm gonna like bring them today. It's gonna be a bad round. We're playing a like little cash game or whatever. On the first hole, we have a meat dog, like closest to the pin or whatever. And I think somebody's in there like pretty tight. So I like got up. I like literally was like peeling, like I'm like pulling the wrapper off, put it in my pocket, no practice swing, nothing. And I hit it to like 5 feet. and took the meat dog on the day. Like it was such a cool move. Like I had no idea like how far I have an idea how far I hit the 7-iron, but it might change a little bit based on like, I was playing tricks on before, but like it was pretty good, man. It was pretty,
Isn't that the way it goes
felt,
though with any
that
sport?
felt
Though
pretty good.
you just care less, and you care
yeah.
less, and the results follow. It's
Yeah,
so counterintuitive, but the less you care, the results just seem to be there.
I think I won 4 of our 5 closest to the pins that day in our group, which is very rare. Like it's a group of pretty good golfers, and the guy who won the other one was in our group, and he only beat me by like a foot.
Jeez.
So it was pretty wild. Like it was a pretty cool day. First day with the new clubs. Like it humbled me the next day. I'm sure. Like I'm sure it got me back. But yeah.
Yeah, you go out the next
But,
day, you shoot like a 90.
Yeah, but go check out Haywood Golf. That's the idea of the little plug here because they make good stuff, man. Really, really good clubs, really beautiful stuff. So
I'm super happy with the 2 wedges I bought from them last year. They're awesome.
They're so clean. That's kind of my look, right? That minimalist look. I'll show you guys the putter in case you can't capture that first little bit where we had it, Alvin, in case you can't get it back. But this is what I went and picked up. Drove like 1,600 kilometers, or probably what would that be, like 1,100 miles? Not one way, both ways. But yeah, so this is the Lowy putter. Stability black shaft, which is really cool. And then this grip company's cool, the Grip Master. You can see it's all like stitched leather.
I like that.
So sweet. So sweet. And just like it's kind of like I had the Baby T on my other one, and it's like that. It's the Titleist one. I don't know. So it's a really cool putter. He's into like the 60s now, and then he's doing mallets. So I got number 007 coming, which is really cool. But if you're interested in checking these out, you should check them out soon. Anybody listen to the pod should check them out soon, because these are not going to be what they cost now. Very soon. They're going to be pretty expensive putters soon. So hand milled in the Pine Barrens, which is awesome, man. So got to meet him, check out the shop. It was really cool golf experience for me. Like that was one of my.
I saw some of that on your socials today.
Yeah. So it was kind of cool to be able to connect with somebody in the golf community, drive down, let me stay at his place, just kind of hung out, went out, grabbed dinner a couple nights, went over to Philly for a bit, played some golf, made a birdie with the new putter, made a really good putt. So it's kind of like, that's kind of what we were talking about. That I can't remember if that was in the part that was cut off. So in case you can't recapture it, that was sort of the idea, is like, that's what we're trying to do. That's like the community base that we're trying to be a part of, right? I could care less really how good my game is. I just want
we're fun, man. We're pretty like isolated and secluded in our Mulligans and Hackers like crew that we have, which is part of why going and doing that maybe Alberta golf tour thing will get us with different people, get us different experiences, right? Like
fun experience too, man.
Yeah,
fun experience, right?
Something like that I think would be just absolutely wild for us guys that never done.
So are you guys gonna do some more pods throughout the winter here?
Yep. Yeah, I've got quite a few lined up.
Yeah, I'm so bad at that. You find it hard to schedule. I find it hard to schedule.
That's
why we're so random, and when how many of these we get in is my scheduling ability, right? But like even you and me, like we were going to do this last night, and you were coming back from Jersey, and it just and trying to get people. I don't want to waste people's time. That's one of my biggest things.
I just spent a little too long at the Mohegan Sun, Pennsylvania poker room or whatever, man. I just like got on the road too late, but it was fine.
But again, even like other social media people like that I just don't want to waste people's time in inviting them onto the pod, and it's just really not worth it. Like not even not worth it, but we just want to have a chat. But like I know how valuable other people's time is. So I just don't want to jerk anyone around or waste anyone's time. Like if you want to come on the pod, let's come on. And so I'm really bad at just following up. Right.
I started doing this. I got like a little note in my phone, and then I put like all future guests and stuff in there that we have coming up.
I was just gonna say that's probably what I should have done, because over the summer, we were
just discussing this while we were rebooting up.
We're going through our technical difficulties. Like I chat with so many people.
Yeah.
Because again, we're here to chat, find stuff out, learn stuff, right? And I chatted with so many people that I just said to Chris, I said, I got to go back through my messages on the gram and find out who I was talking to about coming on the podcast. Because, again, I don't want to offer somebody to come on the pod and then not reach back out to them and say, and they'll be like, oh, well, these guys just kind of blew us off, right? Because no, it's kind of like I'm so bad at keeping track of stuff, right? Like
It's not you, it's me.
I got the next two kind of set up, like for next week and the week after.
Who we got? Do we have? Can we know or?
Well, I'm gonna try and get the. I can't even remember her name now. You got to put me on the spot here. The Alberta Golf Tour CEO. She's coming on, and
Nice.
the baseball golfer, Instagram page, golfer guy. He's coming on the week after.
Interesting. I don't think I've seen that one. That's cool.
So, actually, just posted I guess there's a company in the States that do golf grips, and they're like baseball wraps, like baseball stitching.
Oh yeah, I saw those. Yeah.
See those?
Yeah, I've
so
seen
the
those
baseball golfer guy, he uses those again. It kind
That's
of
cool.
match made in heaven, right? But
Yeah.
I chat with
like
that guy quite a bit, and he's gonna come on the pod, and we're just gonna talk about golf and that type of thing. And
Yeah.
then I got to go through and figure out who I was talking to about coming on. So I'm so bad at that.
I know. One of the things I found too is like, because so what I'll do is like I'll be like, all right, I'm booking people, like that's what I'm doing for the next hour, and I'll go in and I'll book people, and then I'll be like shit, like now we got 11 people.
You
Now
do
we got
that.
11 people booked, and then I feel like a dick if somebody comes and they're like, hey, like, we'd love to come on the pod or something. I'm like March, like, you know what I mean?
I think I just might have sent somebody your way to.
It's the you got to find that sweet spot. That
Yeah,
sweet spot
I think.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's LA Golf Canada.
Yeah, I know LA Golf Canada. Yeah, I know the guy there. Yeah.
I was just chatting with that guy, and I was like, we're kind of a small deal. And he's like, well, I'd come on the pod. And I'm like, well, go check out Mac from Honest Screws. He's a bigger kind of platform, maybe, to get on with him.
No, Steve. His name's Steven. Yeah, him and I have chatted. I think he is actually going to come on at some point. We talked about it a little bit. I got some. Oh, there they are. Wait, it's this hand right here.
Yeah, I see them there. I got some coming too. So
that's so hard to do backwards and left. So, yeah. So
I think I won one of their giveaways, so I got some.
Oh, sweet.
I'll take those.
Yeah, that's nice. They look like a pretty decent golf ball. So they say Beverly Hills on it, which is pretty cool. So, yeah, I think they're gonna pop on. We got Jake Morrow from Made for the Range. Have you seen his stuff? Like, have you guys checked out his stuff? Man, he's so good. He's got like, I don't know. You just got to go check it out. It's like he kind of goes through he's an equipment junkie essentially. Like, so he's just so talented.
I want to get an equipment junkie because again, I love the gear part of golf.
Yeah.
The gear part of golf is something you could just lose yourself in. Right?
Yeah, it's awesome.
And I'm kind of a Wilson fan because again, I throw back to old school. I'm old. Kind of a Wilson fan.
Yeah. You are.
In the back, there's some Wilson. I got like 3 Wilson golf bags back here.
He's kind of got a problem.
I got Wilson. I play the Wilson D9s.
Yeah. I remember you saying that.
Right, and I got an old set of 1980s. I think it's Jerry Pate signature blades in the Wilson golf bag over there. Old woods from back in the 80s. I'm a Wilson nut, Wilson junkie.
Damn, look at those things.
They're left-handed even.
No,
these are the right-handed ones.
The other set that you picked up.
Yeah, I picked them up a left-handed set.
I might have to check those out.
But I and that's my thing. But I play TaylorMade woods. So
yeah.
TaylorMade R9 driver, TaylorMade R9 3-wood, TaylorMade burner 5-wood.
Okay.
So, and then everything else in the bag then, well, I guess 4 hybrid is Wilson, 6 hybrid is Cobra, and then
6 hybrid.
Yeah.
That was a game changer.
That was a game changer. That actually won
Not
me
this past year, but the year before.
The year before.
Oh, I remember you saying something about that club.
Yeah, I went and bought it on the.
You hit like a really good shot on the 18th hole or something with it.
It was the par 5 and the hole after that.
Before.
Yeah.
So
a 6 hybrid.
I'm playing down at Cottonwood. I need it for 6 shots in a round.
Yeah.
that it gives me that yardage, like 165, 180, and I need it for 6 shots down there. And yeah, so I played the par 5
as
during
a par 3 or as a par 5.
as a par 5. I
Three
hit
shots.
I hit a 3 shot with 3 hybrids. So I hybrid off the tee box, hybrid up to lay it up to the edge, hybrid in on in 3 and 2 putter for a par. That was on. That was why I won that tour championship last year. Was that club because
That's
I
smart
didn't
golf.
I didn't have it on the Saturday. I left the golf course, and there's a guy in town that sells a lot of golf clubs, and I messaged him. So I think my 6 iron was 25 degrees, and I asked him. I said, "Do you have a hybrid in like 25, 26 degrees?" He goes, "Yeah, I got this Cobra King Cobra thing that's 26." So it's like a degree off. And I'm like, I'm coming to pick it up. So I left the golf course and actually went and picked it up that day for the next day and put it in the bag. And it
I wish I had that kind of discipline. Hybrid. I'd be like,
well, again,
Yeah.
it's knowing your
I
yardage,
can't
right?
bring myself to do it on the par 5.
no, I'd be like driver
Look.
into the water.
So
take a drop,
that was me
hit
on that
2
par 5.
iron,
My
60
carry
yards
distance
long.
is right in the
I don't
creek
know.
on the right. That's my carry
Yeah.
distance with my driver. So I sacrificed more golf balls into that creek in the last 3 years. No way, man. Now I can just crush a hybrid off that tee box and I can hit it as hard as I want and I can't put it in the water. So
Right. That's smart. That's so smart.
you gotta learn
Yeah.
how to play the game too, right? Like, what you take what the course gives you. I mean, we went and played Desert Bloom this year. For me, it was the first time I played this course.
Oh
And
yeah, the first time. we
it's
played
kind
it,
of a
yeah.
Linksys course down in a coulee out there in Desert Bloom.
And the stint meter on those greens, let me tell you,
Yeah,
those
boy.
are fast.
Wow.
Yeah.
And the first time we went and played, I shot an 89 because I just took what the course gave me. I wasn't going crazy.
Shot 17 over.
Shot 17 over. I'll take it.
Sorry, I'm back. I didn't leave. I swear.
I was like,
I wasn't
yeah,
ignoring.
you said, peace. I'm out.
It's enough of your
Yeah.
story.
No,
Not
no,
here.
I just no. So you were. I think you
But-
said you're 15 over.
17.
17 over. Like first time I
Seven-
played this course,
Yeah.
and it's a tough course, and I'll
Yeah.
take it. Right? There's one hole on the back, par 4 that doesn't play into my game, and both times I played it, it kind of got me
Mm-hmm.
because you got to
You
hit
know-
a short. You got to hit a short tee shot and a longer second shot in. That
Yeah,
could
I
be
think a
playing-
lot of people, if they just like took driver out of their bag, would probably shoot like 5 strokes better on average.
Yep.
It gets me into so much trouble, but I don't know.
That's a lesson I had to learn. That my game got so much better when I like 2 years ago when I put my driver away, and it was
2 years
just
ago, I
like
couldn't miss a fairway, and now I can't hit one for the life of me. But it's,
I basically lived with a 3-wood. That was my tee off club for
Yeah.
2 years ago, and then last year it was kind of one of my 5 hybrid.
Yep.
I think I went down to my 5 hybrid because I got some distance back, and then this
Yeah.
year was a lot of 5 hybrid 6 iron, and then I started hitting my driver well, and then I lost my driver swing for like an entire month. And every time, it didn't matter if I was teeing off, it didn't
was
matter where
beautiful.
it was. It was I'd go to hit the ball and I'd fucking top it into the ground, and it would go like 10 yards out front, or it would go into the trees or wherever. And I'm like, I swear to God, I know how to play this game. This is ridiculous.
And then he pulls out a 6 iron. Then he pulls out a 6 iron and hits it like 220 with a 6 iron.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the hell is
Yeah,
this?
that's all you need, right? Like that's kind of why I'm playing that 2 iron. I have like that Haywood 2 iron. I had it before I got the irons. The thing's a rocket launcher, man. Like it's just like
I wouldn't hit
you
it.
know.
I wouldn't be able to hit a 2 iron if my life depended.
no,
I-
but it's
I
got
wanna get a
it's got
driving
beef.
iron.
It's not like a big fat driving iron, but it's got some beef to it.
I think a driving iron would suit my game pretty well.
I think so too.
It's got some playability,
18
workability.
degrees.
Yeah. So like when you look at say 7 iron, like obviously these are off, but like the difference, right? So
Yeah.
the difference of these two is like pretty.
Basically double sold.
Yeah, exactly, right. So there's still room to play it. Like you can hit it, and it's got some forgiveness, definitely. And you can hit it as far as you want. It's great. It's good.
Yeah.
I just can't always hit it straight. Sometimes like I don't know. I have this like weird little pull right now. So
That's my problem
Well,
with
maybe
my
if
driver
you practice more.
Yeah, a little bit more practice, man.
maybe if I practice at all, not more, but at all. maybe if I watched a video and practice at all or something, or like got a lesson or something like that. I only know like hundreds of pro golfers, I could
Yeah,
just
I think you might have some ins there, maybe.
yeah, yeah. What do you think of this swing? Like,
Yeah,
what's
start calling in
broken
some
here?
favors. Like pull a Rick Shields here. Start calling in like Nick Faldo and those type of
Maybe there was a conversation about potentially having Nick Faldo on the pod at one point.
Shut up.
That's
Wow.
actually a real thing that happened. It never came to, but um, yeah, there was like a maybe I can do this for you. I was like, damn, that'd be wild. So
Yeah, that would be
yeah,
That'd be pretty epic.
that would be channel changing.
it would definitely be cool to like have a chat with somebody like that for sure. I don't know, like it's
I mean, do you?
I like our like our kind of niche that we have.
Oh, for sure, for sure. And
Like I like kind of
I
chatting
watch
with
your
like
stuff. Like when you come out with your podcast on Friday, I watch when I'm on my lunch. I watch your pods.
appreciate you, Alvin.
I know, but
Appreciate you, buddy.
I know.
But I like the niche of like we'll meet like a up and coming like pro golfer or like a cool brand or something like that where you wouldn't otherwise hear about them, right? So it's awesome. So like a few weeks ago we had, or for episode number 150, we had Etienne Papineau on. So he's probably debatably, he actually might be the best Canadian golfer right now. PGA Tour or not. Like I might be a little out of line there, but
You're gonna play favorites, buddy.
no. Okay, so like a couple weeks ago, he's playing in, I can't remember what the event was, and it was in Spain, and he shot a 9 under 63. Let me give you a couple of the names behind him: Mito Pereira, Abe Answer, Sebastian Munoz, and we had one other person back there, but like debatably 3 or 4 top 50 to 75 players in the world, and the next person behind him, I think, was Sebastian Munoz. He was 3 strokes back. Shot 9 under, man, and ended up finishing the tournament. I think T4, which is like he beat guys like Abraham Answer. I think he beat Mito. It's wild. He beat Joachim Neiman. Joachim Neiman was in there too. Neiman's like a top 20 player in the world. Like he's really, really good.
That's great.
That's why I say like just because he's a young guy, he finished I think second or third on PGA Tour Canada. So just because he's young doesn't mean he's not. Like his game right now is so close. Like he's playing on the Corn Ferry Tour next year, and he's unbelievable, man. He's so good. So it's like getting an opportunity to talk with guys like that is really cool. Really cool
So
stuff.
speaking of Nick Faldo, did you check out Nick Faldo's podcast when his first episode he had Jack on there with him?
No,
No?
I should check that out.
Dude, I can sit and listen to guys like that talk golf for hours.
Yeah.
Because again, I'm so I won't speak for Chris, but I don't know anything about the golf game. Like I'm learning it. I'm picking it up as I'm going along here.
Golf obsessed, man. That's good though.
The Masters is my tournament. I love it, and I actually have an idea about something I'm going to do over the winter with the Masters. If it plays out again, I'm not technically savvy, so we'll leave that.
See how it works.
We'll leave that. Let that lay for a while. But to sit and listen to Nick Faldo and Jack Nicklaus talk about golf, I mean, where does it get any better?
Maybe.
I mean, I know you're a Tiger fan. I know you're a Tiger fan.
I'm just poking the bear. I'm just poking the bear.
But,
maybe if it was Tiger, yeah.
I mean, Jack's better. But just to sit and listen to those two guys talk golf, but like talk old golf too, like back in the day type thing. I mean, oh, dude, it's just that's right up my alley. I mean, there's a YouTube channel, Masters, and it has every final round of the Masters on it from back to 1968, I think.
Yeah.
I've watched them all like 4 times.
I've watched 03 quite a few times.
I know you have.
I think we all have, right? So it's
actually, yeah, that was a pretty good round. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. Well, and even the ending was pretty cool too. Like it's pretty epic finish, right?
Didn't Mike Weir like double bogey like 18 or something?
No, so it was what Len Mitty. So Mike Weir like tapped in for bogey. I think.
Oh yes, tapped in for bogey on that.
Yeah, I think he kind of.
But I mean, you don't go back and watch like the final round of '86.
No.
Like me.
I haven't yet. Maybe I will.
That is just. I mean, that's golf. Like he's not even on the leaderboard when they make the turn, and it's like here he comes. Oh yeah. Sorry, man.
Then what?
He's an old timer.
Yeah.
You
I
think
just-
that's better? You think that's better than
Speed dominant all the time
well,
for like a 20-year stretch.
How old was Jack at the time in '86?
Oh, I don't know. He would have been,
He was up in his 40s,
yeah, probably.
right? And yeah, so I don't want to get into the argument here because this could be a whole podcast on its own. And I mean, I just watched a little bit of Rick Shields. He was the same thing. He said Tiger's better. He says throw out the majors. It's just Tiger's better. But if you actually went back and listened to Tiger talk, Tiger goes, our game is based on majors. He's saying it that our game is based on majors.
It's
More
just
majors,
like,
right?
yeah,
Tiger said that. That's not Jack saying it, and that's not
It's the percentage of like how many he's won, though. It's
I think Tiger was
like,
more talented. Had he not messed around and fucked up his life, he probably would have been.
it's not even close. Like, it's not even close. Talent levels isn't close. Like that. You could talk about like who's the best based on majors and stuff like that. Jack has more majors. Talent, it's like you can't. That's not debatable. Like it's not. It's not. Nobody's been able to hit the ball like Tiger Woods has ever.
And so there we go. So
yeah,
give Jack Tiger's equipment back in the day and blah 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 in his prime.
But that's irrelevant because they all used the same equipment back in the day when Jack was using it.
So yeah, I know I could get into some more stuff. Yeah, I mean this could be a whole podcast on its own.
It's like arguing about Gretzky and McDavid.
That's not
yeah. It's like, are you really gonna say that Gretzky's better than McDavid? Has there ever been a more talented player on the planet than McDavid? Absolutely not. Come on, like it's like Gretzky was that much better.
92 goals, 212
He was that much better than everybody at the time. It's just with advancements, things change. Athletes become better. It's
Yep, everything advances, right? And you gotta whoever sticks out as the next person with the new equipment and whatever else, whoever trains the hardest and whatever.
And I guess this is where my mind goes back to golfers saying majors is their benchmark. Same thing in hockey, championships is the benchmark. So I mean.
Yeah, but we weren't asking about. We weren't asking
in hockey.
Alvin,
I don't want to get into hockey here now. But Connor McDavid will be lucky if he sees a conference final, let alone a Stanley Cup final. Oh wait, he saw a conference.
He already seen a conference final,
so he won't see a Stanley Cup final.
We're asking about the most talented player, the best player to play the sport, right? It's Gretzky's like unbelievable. Like obviously, it's just like, yeah, you'd have to find like some type of way to So okay, like
barely,
but again, these are the arguments we've had. I mean, when
we could use that as an example.
Gretzky and Phil Esposito is the same.
You got to be able to find a way to put McDavid in the era and like some type of Corsi measure that they would use for hockey against that. So that's the thing. If you were to put Tiger in Jack's era, like it would not be close. It would not even be close. Like the ability of Tiger Woods is far more advanced than any other golfer that's played the game. Like it's insane, man. So that one's a hard comparison. I think it's really hard to compare somebody to Tiger. I think Jack's won more majors. Yeah, it's like, but if you're gonna like break it down by percentage and stuff like that, Tiger would have won 30 plus majors if he didn't have 8 years off, 9 years off, whatever it was in the middle of his prime.
He didn't like getting into the bottle and like his women.
That's part of being a professional as well, is being able to stay healthy and stay on track. And
yeah, it is, right? But the question isn't about who had the most longevity of a golfer. If we talked about the most talented, the best golfer to ever play the game, like it's 99% of people are going to say it's Tiger Woods because there's.
Well, then again, 99% of the people are wrong. And I'm cool with that.
That's fine. That's good. I like that. But like, I don't know, man. Nothing beats 2019. It's hard to say there was like a Masters.
Yeah, and I've watched that. Yeah, that's
right. Like
but so even in that, and saying me and my,
if you're gonna find it, look.
I would really like
find something negative about 2019. This is not.
No, we're not there. But here we are. I would really like to see Tiger play again.
Oh, he will. He's playing in the World
Challenge.
I heard that, but again, I want to see Tiger play not not prime golf, but I want to see him play golf without the stress
Yeah.
of injury, right? Because
So
I missed Tiger in his prime. I
Oh, yeah,
Tiger can win,
I
man.
didn't-
Tiger can still
During-
win.
I didn't watch golf, so I missed
Yeah.
all of Tiger, right? So now that I'm into golf, I would really like to see Tiger play.
Yeah, I think
Well, the next little Tiger's coming.
I think he can
Now
still
that's going to
win.
be cool.
Like I think putting is very hard when guys are putting multiple hours a day, 7 days a week. I'm not sure how much work he's putting in. So putting like the repetition with that, but Tiger Woods is one of the best players of all time. Like so the muscle memory is there. He'll still be one of the most elite ball strikers in any field right now. It's just off the tee. Off the tee will be a bit of a problem for sure, I think.
Yeah, he won't be as consistent as he's been.
Yeah, like we've seen him in like some when he's paired with Rory there, like he outdrove Rory a couple times and stuff, and everybody's like, "Oh, this is unreal! Like this is great. Tiger's so awesome and stuff." And then, like, it's hard though for him to like do that for 72 holes, right? At the rate that like somebody like Rory would do right now. So I think he can still win though. I do. I think he can win.
Well,
So
speaking of Rory, that's who Tiger got Charlie to model the swing after, right?
yeah,
You look at
it's
Charlie's swing now; it looks like it's a spitting image of Rory's swing.
it's the most beautiful swing in golf history, man. It's like it's perfect. Like if you want to hit the golf ball, like that's perfect. Like that's the perfect type of swing, right? With like there's other people have different like, John Daly had like more torque, Tiger had more torque. Like, there's been other guys that have just had like VJ had like pure tempo and Ernie Els and stuff like that, right? So maybe Ernie Els is the most beautiful swing.
Freddie Couples. Freddie Couples.
Fred
swing.
Couples, yeah.
Really nice.
There's some really nice swings.
I
but
can
yeah,
watch Ben Hogan swing for days.
I think the most like textbook golf swing that we have ever seen is Rory. I think, yeah, that makes sense. It's like it looks perfect too. Like just yeah. So Charlie's I think he's gonna be a pretty good golfer, man. I don't know if he's gonna be what people want him to be, but I think he's gonna be pretty
Well,
decent.
he'll end up being a pro if he wants to. I don't know if he'll be that great.
Managing the expectation will be huge.
Yeah, like
Honestly,
for sure he could be a pro golfer, like he's trending towards that, but it's hard to be Tiger's son, man.
Exactly. That's what I mean.
Yeah,
like,
you have unrealistic expectations.
Yeah.
Everybody's going to expect him to be at least as good or better.
When's the
right?
PNC championship again? Because they'll be playing at it again. That's gonna be coming up here soon.
Isn't it like February or something?
No, I swear it's in December.
Oh yeah. I think it is actually before Christmas. It's
I swear it's like 2 weeks away or something. Or maybe
yeah, it might be. Yeah, you're right. I think it actually might be. Might be like the second week of December. That's right.
Yeah, I think that's right. And they'll be playing. And like last year, they went toe to toe with the Dailies, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you get Little John and Charlie going at it. I mean, gives you a throwback to when Daly and Woods went at it in the early 2000s, right?
John Daly is a hell of a golfer, man. That's a tough. Like I think Charlie's going to close the gap, but that's.
Oh yeah. No,
really
John's
good
son
golfer.
Little John he's unreal.
Yeah,
he's so good.
So good. Like I don't know. I don't really follow it that much. I don't know that those two golfers like their skill level is close right yet, but I think Charlie will close the gap eventually. But yeah, Lil John's a hell of a golfer, man. He's solid.
Well, he can blast the ball. He's got a great D1, short right? game.
Like yeah,
he's got an all around great game.
Yeah, he can roll it too. John Daly could always roll it too. So
yep.
Cass Singh and VJ are always solid, man. Cass Singh's a pretty good golfer.
Yep. It's always really cool to see like the younger kids, right? I mean, like Annika and her son.
Yeah, that was cool.
They had a good go last year.
Annika's the goat too. She's so good, man. She's
got a membership at Augusta, right?
Yeah.
That is wild.
Yeah, I remember people were like posting about it, making kind of a big deal. I'm like, this is like debatably like you could debate that's the greatest golfer of all time. Like she's unreal, man. She's so good. I got irons because Annika Sorenstam like used to play them, the Callaway X Tours. Like that's what I used to play because she was so damn good. That's like she's awesome. So I remember like posts coming out being like, I don't know if she was the first female. She wasn't the first female. She couldn't be, but like it's like why is this even news like that? She had to like somehow get into Augusta. I'm like, this is one of the greatest players to ever play the game. She's so damn good. Mm-hmm. So I'm pretty sure Augusta's pretty happy to have her. What's that?
I'd love to see a women's Masters at Augusta.
It'd be a really different. That's a cool thought. Like it'd be a really different. You're gonna be adding in this one for a while, Alvin. That'd be a really cool thought because like they play a very different game. Like there's just a lot more tee to green, like tee to fairway, fairway to green kind of
It's
thing,
a
right?
lot
So
more. Just no,
yeah,
not a lot of trouble.
yeah. I think yeah, I think it'd be interesting to see.
Don't they have a an amateur tournament, female amateur tournament out of Augusta?
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do. Yeah. So the Augusta Women's National Amateur, I think it is AWNA. Augusta National Women.
Yeah, anytime anybody's playing Augusta and it's on TV, I'm watching it. So
yeah. Yeah. I wish, man. That'd be so good to go. Need to get tickets. Keep trying. Always failing. Like everybody. And then the resale on them is just insane. But
I don't expect I'll even see the roads outside of Augusta National.
yeah. You can go down, check it out. I'm pretty sure you can get close. It's just like to get tickets like on the like resale market is a couple thousand.
Well, this is one of the things me and Chris talked about this year. Again, if we're into this thing and golf history and stuff, like maybe in a couple of years making a trip to St. Andrews.
Yeah, you must do that, right? Like it's on my bucket list. I'm sure it's on every golfer's bucket list that's into the game, right? So I think that's like an absolute must. If you guys are playing a lot and you think that you might be able to do it, you got to do it.
Well, even if you truly, even if you,
I'll come.
Even if you're like me and you go over and you hack the crap out of that course, and they kick you off after like 3 holes. I still played 3 holes at St. Andrews, right?
It's not like it's super difficult. I've got some buddies over there who shot like 70s and 80s. It's not what makes it tough is like the wind, and they push like some of the tees back. They also like shrink up the fairways and stuff a lot. And so, but even still, like PGA tours or players are beating the shit out of that course now. Like it can't contain them anymore, and that's why.
Well, they're just so long. They're so long off the tee, right? And it's a game changer.
There's just no more space for them to move either, which is unfortunate.
Like guys are hitting the ball like 350 plus, like consistently.
Didn't Rory have like a 480-yard drive there?
Oh, he just hit it in the right spot, and it was just stupid.
I'm almost positive he had like a 460 or 80-yard drive there.
It's ridiculous.
It's like Tiger hitting that 500-yard drive at they were in like, I don't know, don't quote me. I don't think it was Hawaii. Maybe it was Hawaii or like South Asia or something like that. And he hit a 500-yard drive because it was just like downwind, down a hill, and it just like
just launch it.
Crazy. So that can happen there, and that's like there's just no defense there anymore. They got to put the pins in some really weird spots and stuff. But I don't know what were they shooting? Like Cam Smith was like 28 under or something like that. It's hard.
It was something insane. Yeah,
you don't want to see that, man. Like not at the home of golf, right? Like it's tough. But you don't want to see them not play it either. Like you want to see them play it. So, but they're out of room. They run out of room. There's nothing else to do. So I don't know. Introduce a golf ball rollback or something like that.
I know that's another.
That's a weird
nerd
topic.
Golf here. I mean, we could go on here forever. I mean, it's getting pretty late where you are. So
yeah, I get up in 5.5 hours, so I should probably get to bed. The little man will be up in a few minutes, I'm sure too. So. Yeah. But yeah, if you guys you might as well just keep the second piece. Hasn't been over an hour now.
I don't know.
You don't even need the first.
Yeah, it's been pretty. I think it's been over an hour.
Yeah, you don't even need the first one anymore.
I'll edit both of them together, man, or make it a 2-parter. I don't know.
There we go. Cut it up a little bit. That's great. Maybe we'll.
I'm gonna do some editing and get some shorts on this little thing before we even post it on the old YouTube and Spotify. And
I love it. I looked down because I have shorts on. I was like, I don't know what this guy's talking about. YouTube shorts, that makes sense. But
thanks for joining.
All right, Bush. Yeah, appreciate it. Love it. Always good to catch up with you guys in chat. I know, Alvin, we talk all the time, but it's nice to kind of chat on here. I'll do it again anytime, man.
Give me some more content for my YouTube channel.
Yeah, we got to get Bryce on sometime. YouTube's a mess. It's like such a beast. It's so hard.
It is such a weird animal.
Yeah, I've been thinking more and more about it, but like you can't do it without an editor.
Yeah,
you can't. You gotta have an editor, and you can't really go anywhere without having like an actual editor to look at your videos and stuff like that and make them attractive. And yeah, it's hard, but we're getting there.
Yeah, I think we're up to like 78 subscribers on there now.
Yeah,
we did some shorts that got some traction. Like 3
Yeah.
or 4K views, and you get 3 or 4 subs per.
Yeah.
I mean, again, I don't.
It's
even know.
it's just so hard, man. It's just so hard to like really. I find it hard to focus on YouTube. We have really good audio numbers, so I find it really. It's hard to focus on YouTube. So, where the audio numbers kind of just like you upload good quality audio, and it'll just sort of like find its way, and it's a little bit easier to get people that you might not know to listen to it. Whereas on YouTube, it's hard, man. I don't think people want to sit there and watch it. And then you got to upload it in certain quality and stuff like that. It's got to have like certain
Different
audio
animal.
quality. Yeah, it's just like, yeah, I don't know. It's tough, but I'm working on some stuff. I'll send you, Alvin, when we get off. I'll send you something that I took like when we were at when I was at Tyler's place, Loey's place. So, and you know, be good for like shorts and stuff. Hopefully, we get to a point where we can do that a little bit more. But maybe I'll come out there.
Yeah, it was good for us when we just started doing those little go for the greens because it's like 30
Yeah.
seconds, and
That's the idea, man. It's content people want to consume, short form content. Right?
And
That's
again,
what's important.
just
right now.
from personal experience and being very into this and not knowing a lot about it, golf content, when you throw up a short and it's a guy on a tee box, will get way more views than throwing up a picture of a podcast like this.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's for sure.
It is crazy.
Yeah, people just want to see what happens, and it's quick, right? So the podcast is just kind of like,
Well, that last
Yeah.
hack I put up where I kind of hit the trees, I mean, I got like over 3,000 views.
yeah. I think I posted like a near hole in one at Pebble number 7. I hit it to like a foot or something like that, and I think it did pretty well. But I always forget to post on YouTube too. Like I don't forget to post our podcast because we do have, I don't know, probably 20 or 30 people like religiously like to go watch it there. And they've actually like told me like, please keep doing that because like they just prefer that. But yeah, aside from that, I like always forget to post up like other reels and stuff like that, which or shorts, which I should try and do more of. But it's hard, man. It's really hard.
Yeah, it's all
It's really
time
hard to
consuming,
find
right?
time.
And you
So
just got to be able to
time-consuming.
sit down and commit some time to it, right?
Yeah, or find an editor, which is not cheap either. So it's yeah, trying to figure out how to make that all work is not easy either. But let's do it again, guys. This is fun.
Yeah, man.
How far
Maybe
how far away are you guys from Pioneer, AJ? Are you 3 hours?
Where?
Remember the you got head covers from Pioneer.
Oh yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Pioneer, isn't he in Edmonton?
You might be. Yeah. That's right.
It's like 6 hours away.
Is it?
Yeah.
Damn. Okay. Maybe we'll meet halfway or something. Maybe I'll go out there and then we'll meet halfway or something. I don't know. We'll
Calgary.
figure it out. We got to put together something.
Oh,
Next
meet
summer.
in Calgary.
Meet in Calgary.
Yeah, there we go.
Million courses outside. We can go to like Kananaskis or something.
Yeah, that's kind of the idea. Because I want to get out there because there's a lot of people out in like that area. But I know, like, I'm Canadian, so I know how big the province is. I'm not gonna be like, oh, you're from Alberta, so we could hang out. And like, I'm 11 hours away. But
It's true.
yeah.
It's true. Yeah.
It's how it is here too. Like it's the same, man. Like if you're like, you know, in northern Ontario, you can be 10 hours away. So it's yeah, it's kind of one of those things though that I want to do more of. So be worth like a trip in the summer, knock out a few live pods. That'd be fun.
That would be wild.
All right, boys.
All right,
We're gonna
man.
Go to bed.
Appreciate
See you
it.
guys.
All right,
Good
catch
to
you
see
Take
later,
care of
man.
yourself, buddy.
All right. We'll see you guys season 4, episode 1 next time.
Yeah. We'll try to get something in before that. Maybe like it's.
Let's do it. We'll get Bryce. We'll get
What is
Bryce.
it? Three chats in 3 years now.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll get Bryce. It'd be hard to get him in without eating pizza and whatnot for half the pod. So, but we'll get him.
All right, man.
All right.
Take
later.
care.
Boys. Take it easy. Good.